This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you.
Wow.
We did it. It's 2024. Everything immediately at midnight on the 31st turned perfect.
It turned perfect. Here we go.
I'm not jaded. I'm not cynical. I'm going into the new year with a black eye.
That is funny. You're going into the new year with a black eye and a sore head.
Sore head. I had truly a post-drinking injury. Like maybe
Very funny.
Maybe because I was like, just kind of waking up and a little after a night of drinking and like getting into a car really clocked myself in the face. But
doesn't that feel wild when you hit yourself with something you use all the time? I do it constantly.
But Betsy, even more so, if you ask me to explain how a car door hit me in the eye that I was opening, I could.
Because it's also a tall car.
I couldn't explain it to you if I tried how that happened. All I know is that there was impact and then blood. Like I really couldn't.
God.
I don't know how it hit this part of my face. Truly,
right?
Like if it hit your chin or even the inside part of my face that was facing the door.
Right, when you're
this
like
was on the outside of the door. I don't know how it happened.
It is also a tall car.
Yeah, it's an SUV.
Right? It's an SUV, which is also like...
I was standing on a curb because we were like in a residential neighborhood. So maybe that's part of it. Anyway.
Okay.
But
wow, what an adventure.
I will say, though, that the house I was staying at, a friend of ours, a parent's house, they did mention that over Christmas, a music box started going off, and they were showing it to me
chills.
that like it's like a music box. It's like
you gotta
really
crank,
and very difficult to crank too. Like it's like there's a lot of tension on it. And then their mom was like, "Oh yeah, electronics go crazy around me." Because I mentioned. It's funny because we didn't talk about it at all, but I did mention, I was like, "You're kind of witchy, right?" And she's like, "Oh God, my husband hates it. I break everything."
And I mean, the friend whose parents' house it is, she's very witchy and in tune to that stuff. Wow,
absolutely. So I didn't get to experience it myself, but it was like,
hey, that's pretty good.
It was fun to be around people who are just so casual about that stuff.
Yes, yeah. This isn't spooky, but I went skiing in Keystone with my sister, and we drove past the condo where I had my experience.
Well, your alien was?
I guess. I don't know what it was.
Alien.
But yeah, I was like, there. Yeah.
That's my alien boyfriend lives there.
No.
So no spooky Christmas ghost stories?
No, nothing spooky. I'm trying to think if anything spooky at all happened. No, it was a pretty chill.
We love that.
Pretty chill holiday season.
Love it. The only other thing spooky was that Buster had to go to the emergency room, but he's fine.
Did they figure out what it was?
Here's the thing: the boy eats everything. He really does, and then he gets very sensitive belly, and then before you know it, he's dehydrated and trying to die. Like he goes downhill fast when it comes to puking. So I wasn't actually nervous that he was very sick. I just wanted to get ahead of it and get him medication.
Absolutely. That's like kind of all you can do is just, especially, yeah, because this is now the second kind of incident of like that, right? Where it's like, okay,
I'll tell you.
Is this going to keep happening?
Here's the thing about pets. They're very expensive, but if you can get ahead of things, sometimes it's only 10% of what it will cost in the actual, like truly, I was like, oh, this is not cheap, but it's literally only 1/10 of what it cost last time. So
right.
Don't, Mama, no.
Mama's furious about talking financials.
She's like,
don't.
She's like, I'm a cat, and I don't understand capitalism, and I don't understand why keeping me alive costs any money.
I only understand capitalism.
Capitalism. But he's fine. It was sad though, because I was like. Sitting in basically an ER room all day on the Christmas Eve.
Oh,
and,
man.
It's a sad. Most people are coming in there for very, very serious things.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I will say this. Buster was a fucking star.
Yay.
Like, truly, he went to the back and I was like, I guess I just wait. And then within 20 minutes, a vet tech came out holding him like a koala and was like, oh my God, I love him. Can I keep him?
Cute.
Multiple people were like, this is the best cat. Can we keep him?
That is so wild. That's great.
And I'm like, I think he likes them better than me.
Yeah, he's not like that to me.
No, he's whiny baby stupid boy to me. Well, I guess we should do the thing.
Let's get into it, right? It's 2024.
It's 2024.
Here we go.
We have to do this.
We gotta do this, everybody.
Please let us.
Let us read your stories and listen to them, please.
If it's the last thing we do.
Please.
All right, I'm going to play a story then. You right?
Yes. I love it.
Hey. I've got a fairly quick, innocuous, ghostish story. I was about 19. I'd just come out of high school and was moving 8 hours north to go to uni. And I moved into this lovely old farmhouse. It wasn't anything special, the house, but it just had a really lovely feel about it. It was in a bunch of fields. We had cows. There was a wild raspberry vine growing along the fence. I had a lovely closed-off veranda room with lots of sun. It was always a real sunny house, and we had a macadamia orchard next door. Not a neighbour in sight. It was just really nice. The people I was living with, I didn't know them, and I moved in a couple of weeks after they did, so they were there first. Everyone was out one day and I was doing a bit of a clean around the place. There were these old curtains up everywhere throughout the house, and I had a dust allergy really badly at the time, so I was taking them out because we didn't really need them, considering no neighbours, no one looking in. And I was going around the house taking the rods down. I was in the living room and I took one down, and I had this noise, assuming it was the rod when I did, but like someone had just plopped a finger down on a single piano key and let the note ring out, just like boom. And I'm a musician and I've always had a piano in the house, so I'm very familiar with what a piano sounds like. So I was just like, oh, that was so strange. That sounded just like a piano. So I'm putting the rod back and taking it down and waving it around and banging it on things, trying to get the sound to happen again, and it wouldn't. And it wouldn't make a sound anywhere near what that sounded like. And I thought, oh, I'm tripping out. I'm having auditory hallucinations. That's pretty weird. Did not think anything ghostly at all. I wasn't looking for that. It didn't even cross my mind at the time. I was just like, that's weird, assuming it was something in my mind. And when my housemates came home, I told one of them about it, and he said, where were you? And I showed him, and he was like, no way. And went on to tell me that when they'd first moved in, there was a piano there. The person living there prior to us was an old woman, and she'd passed away there, and so her kids were renting the house out, and when they moved in there was still some things in the house that had belonged to her. Yeah, and there was a piano right there. So weird. Who knows? The lady, or a time thing, or ghost piano, or yeah. But that was something that really just made me go, Don't remember anything else happening in the house after that. Like it had a really nice vibe when we first moved in. Anyway, probably by the time we all left there, it was a very different vibe because there was a lot of partying going on in that house. So that could be the reason we didn't notice anything else happen. Maybe we were too trashed all the time. But yeah. Another funny little thing, which is very quick. I was walking down the street, probably 18 at this time, in the city, in Sydney, like rows of townhouses. I think you call them tenement houses over there. Anyway, just walking along, and in the little like pathway leading up to the front door, there's a little gate, and I look over, and there's this small dog, like a, I don't know, Maltese kind of, just a small little teddy bear, curly looking thing. And I like looked at it like really quickly. My head snapped and I looked at it, and its eyes and its face, something about it, I just like felt like it was a human. It was the weirdest thing. I just like, my attention was just quickly snapped to this small dog standing there in the gate looking at me, and I just had this overwhelming, I think I'm just repeating myself, overwhelming sense that it was a person. And that was just so fucking weird, and that has stuck with me as well. I have a few other funny little things that I might send in later on. That love y'all, and thanks for listening. I just listened to that back to make sure it was concise enough, and noticed the breathing. That is my dog. He's in the back seat of the car here, and looking over my shoulder and panting. So that's what that was. I'll send you a picture, because everyone loves to hear other people say how adorable their dogs are. Okay, bye.
Wow.
Okay, and just so you know, I did send you a picture, or
I'm
pictures,
looking.
many pictures of this
Oh
dog.
my God.
Ariel says he's a big old American bulldog. God,
He is so cute.
This is like my like dream dog, by the way. I love a big old meaty headed dog.
Me too. Oh my God, he's perfect.
And there was a follow-up email that says, P.S. I guess y'all call them townhouses too. Haha. It was not a tenement building, just a row of houses all sharing walls with each other. Not important, but heaven forbid I be incorrect.
We both were like, we don't fucking say that.
We're like, please don't bring this heat down on us.
Do
You know
not.
how many people
Don't
are going to
you-
correct us? Oh my God.
Don't you dare make people think that Americans say tenement houses.
Tenement. I mean, you can go to the Tenement Museum in Manhattan. I've
What's
been there.
in that one? About houses?
It's like an old preserved, maybe it burned down a few years ago, but it is an old museum of like what the tenements used to be like in the 1800s.
Did you burn it down?
No, I just
Maybe it
and in fact,
burned down or something.
In fact, you can't blame me for that because I have since quit smoking.
Wow. Okay, what do we think about this is cool. First of all, that place that you lived in sounds incredible.
I love a party ghost house.
A party ghost house. I am so like, I wonder if other shit was going on, but they were all too just like, whatever, man.
Could you imagine being a ghost and being like, all right, I'm really going to get them. And then people are just too drunk to notice you?
Funny.
I love it.
That's a funny bit. We should that's a funny bit.
We should just talk about it amongst ourselves.
We should just talk about it amongst ourselves.
You know what we should do? We should use that bit and talk about it, and
It makes me wonder, like,
us laugh about it,
and just us giggle about it. You know, we should totally do that.
just like every other idea we've had.
Like, do you think, like, when we go and do delusion in that old house in Pomona, that it is actually, all those places are actually haunted, and they're like, yes, here come a bunch of people, but then a actual haunted play is happening, so the ghosts are like, wait,
Sort of
what?
like High Spirits, which I've talked about too many times on this show.
I need to watch it.
It is like a haunted house where they kind of like make stuff happen.
Yeah.
And so, but there are real ghosts there as well. But with Delusion, maybe it's haunted by previous seasons' plays.
Yeah, maybe. I like the piano ghost.
Yeah.
That's a fun, like, oh, there used to be a piano there. Like, holy shit,
Wait,
dude.
where did you hear that? Where did you hear the key of E?
Yeah. Where'd you hear E? Okay.
Beep.
If it was any other key, then I would say nuh-uh. But
No.
if it's the key of E,
But that was
then holy shit.
that was my key. That was my key.
That was my key. And then dog that looks like human.
That's weird.
To just get that vibe is very like, what?
Just some reincarnated bra.
Yeah.
Bra da.
Bra, dog.
Cool.
Wow.
Also,
fun.
and having the coolest-
Tell us more stories
Yes.
from Down Under, please.
Down under.
Down Under.
Now I'm going to read a story.
Okay, prove it.
Hello, smiley face. Actually, this one's
Nice.
like that kind of like thank you face. Whenever you write thank you, the one that automatically pops up, you know, the like kind of blushing, like,
Okay, cute.
I just heard about your podcast. When I heard Betsy on, I said no gift. Oh, I'm a big
Hey,
fan of
cool.
Betsy. I know whatever she's on, it's going to be funny. Honestly, fair, true, accurate.
That's so nice.
I've been wanting to tell this story, but I guess I was just waiting to discover this podcast. Fuck
Yes, that's what this is all about, man.
That is why we do this, so that people
Yes.
have a place to tell their stories.
Yes.
It also, again, incredible that there's never-ending stories. Whenever people say they don't believe in ghosts, I'm like, literally, we don't even have a big podcast. We have a small but dedicated podcast listeners.
Yeah.
But a small group of us, and still so many stories.
So many people have multiple stories.
Yes.
It's wild.
So many
And we always
clinically
are like-
insane people.
But we always say, sorry, we're going, but like, if there's no such thing, why have people been talking about it for thousands of years?
Because people aren't getting dumber. I might pause that conversation. Are people
Yes.
getting dumber? But
Yeah.
but I think people have more information now to debunk if they want to.
Yes, exactly. And it ain't happening. No.
Ain't happening.
Okay.
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 This happened over a decade ago. Me and my ex-wife saw an ad for a one-bedroom apartment in Toluca Lake. Toluca Lake, give it up!
Yeah.
I guess the building's been there since the 50s. It was the only apartment surrounded by million-dollar houses. We know that area.
Yeah.
The room was on the second floor, open floor plan, and a lot of natural light. It was nice and cheap.
Nice.
I guess I should have been suspicious when we met the landlord. We came in late, but there were people ahead of us already ahead of us. But when we talked to the landlord, he said, if you guys like the place, I'll tell the couple ahead of you that came in yesterday and is ready to... Wait, if you guys like this place, I'll tell the couple ahead of you that came in yesterday and is ready to get this place. Oh, I guess the bumping them out of the line. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
So we were like,
Uh-oh.
hell yeah. We met the girl that lived there. She'd only been there for 6 months, but she said she had to go back home to Chicago. She looked like she's ready to get out of there. She even said we can keep the shelves she put up.
Oh no! I'm imagining her just like, I gotta get out of here because like so much crazy shit's happening.
And
like,
she's wearing like all of her winter clothes to go back to Chicago because she couldn't fit them in her suitcases. She's got hats and scarves.
I just gotta get out of here. No, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love being here.
Keep the shelves. Keep the shelves.
Keep the shelves. I don't need those fucking shelves.
Let's see. So we were going to sign the lease. Then the landlord said, if there's any reason you guys need to break the lease, just give me a call and I'll take care of it. No penalty, even though it says it's in the contract. I was still too excited to even notice something wrong with what he said.
Right.
Also, why sign a lease then? I guess for your own protection.
I guess so.
So we moved in and after about 6 months in, that's when we started noticing weird stuff happening.
Oh, yes.
I work from home sometimes and I would have my headphones on all the time. But even though I have it on, I could hear my ex calling my name. So I take off my headphones and go to her and ask, what's up? And she'd say, what? I didn't call you. And this happened too many times. The second weird thing is in the bedroom. This is where the strangest thing that would happen. I would always sleep on the right side of the bed. And as soon as I'd fall asleep, I would have a nightmare right away. I would feel someone pressing my chest and choking me.
Oh my God.
It would happen every night that I already knew when the nightmare was about to start. And as soon as I feel it, I would start screaming. But when my ex wakes me up, all she can hear is me just moaning. So when I would scream louder and louder every time, I know I'm just about to have nightmares. So after weeks of doing this, we decided to switch places. And as soon as she fell asleep, she started to have the same nightmare.
No, that's too... Ew, what? Okay.
It took a while.
The same nightmare.
In the same spot. I would move the bed to another wall.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm really on top of these things.
And mark off that spot and be like, don't fall asleep in this area.
Don't fall asleep.
Don't fall asleep in this area.
It took a while for me to wake up because it's been a while that I had a good night's sleep and I can sleep listening to Slayer.
Nice.
So I woke her up and asked if she's okay. And then I asked her if she saw a person in her dream. By the way, I never told her that there's someone in my nightmare every time I start feeling like I'm joking.
Ew.
She said yes and described to me how he looked. It was an old man with a beard.
Nasty.
He looked like he used to live there. I don't know why. He used to look like he would live there.
Yeah, that's so funny. And he looked like he used to live here. Oh, no. Whoa.
Exactly the person you would imagine living here. And then after she said that, that's when I told her that it's the same person in my dreams. We'd moved the bed around. After a few days,
okay.
The same thing happens. I ended up just sleeping on the couch. But the whole time we were there, it always felt like someone was walking behind you. One summer during a heat wave, we were going to go to the Glendale Galleria to chill.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
I forgot my wallet in the bedroom, so I ran back up and I walked in the bedroom. It was freezing cold. I checked the AC. It was off. I went back to the car and asked her if she turned the AC on the AC, and she said no. And that's why we're going to the mall. I told her it was freezing in there, and we both just ignored it. Over a year after, I was taking out the trash when the landlord saw me and stepped on the brakes and backed up his car. He said, "Hey, guy, you're still here. You're still here. I'm glad you decided to stay. Remember that my offer is still good." So ominous.
Oh my God. That's so funny. I'm like, remember, you can leave whenever you want, buddy.
That's
like,
so funny to be like, it's like the horror movie version of someone warning you and then being like, you're not dead yet. That's weird.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm glad you decided to stay and remember the offer's still good. And I just said, yeah, we're still here, alive and doing well. Then he left. So the last straw was when my ex had another horrible nightmare. She was about 2 months pregnant when she said that she had to fight someone in her dream because someone wants to take her baby.
Gross. I got chills.
She slept on the bad side of the bed that night. She said she was screaming and pushing the shadow that wants to take her baby. A week after that happened, we went to see my sister at work. She works in a fertility clinic in Pasadena, and we were talking to her about my ex's pregnancy. So the doctor was cool enough to let us check on how the baby was doing. After that, the doctor asked my sister to leave the room so he could talk to us privately. He explained that what he saw, and he said there's nothing inside of her. He told us there's a lot of possibilities on why that happened, but all I heard was just humming, and all I remember was him just saying it's empty. Oh my God.
What?
We moved out of that place and moved in with her parents till we found a new apartment to move into. She's doing well. We tried again, and we had an amazing boy. He's now 15. Oh, thank you, and be safe, Glenn. P.S. I experience a lot of this kind of stuff happening. That's why I always have my headphones on so I won't notice, but it doesn't really work.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. That's so sad and awful, but also I'm so glad that they do have that they ended up having their child.
Yeah. That is, wow. That is, oh man. That's fucked up.
That is so fucked up. How scary. Also, though, on the flip side, during heat wave, should you get your apartment haunted so it will cool the place down?
Hey, maybe, you know what? Maybe big heat wave, you want to, I don't know, do some spooky Latin satanic
rituals.
things,
yeah, you have
to,
and
get it cooled down.
Conjure something up for the sake of your electricity bills.
Yeah, and then once November comes around,
we have an exorcism.
Cleanse it. Yeah, easy peasy. I do not want to buy a window unit.
No, I don't know how to install them, and they keep dropping on my neighbors' heads. But that is really
the lady.
Huh?
No, you go ahead.
Oh, it was a Zoom issue that made me talk over you. Say it, Betsy. Say it.
No, I said the Mista lady, like from Happy Gilmore.
Mista.
Truly.
Oh, God.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say it's really scary that there's a certain side of the bed, and then I would worry I wouldn't want to take that bed with me. I want to be
yes.
burn the bed.
Absolutely.
That's what happened. That is what happened in that tenement building. I did make someone burn a bed while I burned. I used my cigarettes to burn, and it was one of those old beds that use horsehair to make.
Oh God, yeah, everything was burning.
God,
in the olden
just
days.
kindling.
I want to know what happened to the previous tenant. I just want to be like, what happened to you?
Yeah, the lady
probably the same thing.
Running back to Chicago. Yeah. Oh.
Wow. That was wild. Okay.
If you found a cheap place in LA because of how, let's say you had to move out of your place and you're like, oh, gross, I hate this. And you found this is a cool ass sick pad, has exactly what you want. Game room,
wow,
surround sound. It's got all the things. It's set up for a play zone, right, for Betsy specifically.
Yeah.
And they're and it's only $1,200 a month.
Ooh.
There's even a bunk bedroom for your friends to stay and get drunk.
Fun. Oh my God, Marcy. Yeah, let them haunt me. And I'll have nightmares all day.
Yeah, you wake up with someone sitting on your chest, farting in your face, butt on nose.
Ew, it's worth it. Wow. That is wild to have the landlord be like, and you can break the lease. It's okay.
Anytime, get out of here.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, don't do this.
Well, do you want to make money or not, sir? Sell the place then. If you can't handle the responsibility and the guilt of putting people in haunted places.
Exactly.
Oh, and also the idea that okay, I don't know if if a haunting stole a child. I don't know that. I don't, and I kind of don't even want to like have conjecture around that. But if this person, the landlord, knows that this thing is remotely dangerous, how dare? How
you gotta,
dare?
Landlord, you gotta figure it out. You know, hey, you have to fix an oven when it doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
Fix your house, clean it out,
burn it down.
Get someone to, honestly, burn it to the ground.
Burn it to the ground.
Get that insurance, man.
Yeah.
I
collected all the insurance on the tenement museum.
That museum, nice, dude.
Apparently, you can just take out an insurance policy on any old place.
Pretty sweet.
I got one on you.
Oh no! Don't quit trying to light a match underneath my feet. Quit it.
Well, I just want to see if you're a witch. Are you a witch or aren't you a witch?
Ouch! Quit it! Stop it!
Ouch!
Ouch! Okay, I got one. You ready?
Yeah.
This one is called "I Think We Heard a Shooting."
Oh.
Hello, friends. Whoa. Hello, Fins. Hello, friends.
Hello, fiends.
Hello, fiends. Big fan of you both and of the podcast. Thank you. I'm not sure if this story is more supernatural or true crime, but it definitely gave the folks involved a funny feeling. Fair warning, it doesn't have a satisfying ending.
Don't need it to.
I like that warning. That's a fun one. In 2010, I was home for my sister's high school graduation. My parents live in the far out suburbs of D.C., a few miles past the Man-Asses. That's how it's pronounced, it said. Pronounced Man-Asses, LOL. Battlefields, where the suburbs start to feel more rural. In their completely residential neighborhood, each house is on a 2 to 3 acre lot, so there are big yards and sometimes trees between lots, and in the summertime, it's all very green and lush, and even though you can see your neighbor's house, it still feels private. Cool. That sounds nice, dude.
Yeah.
It was the night before graduation, and my two brothers, a friend, and I were hanging out on the back deck, just shooting the shit. My oldest brother and I were enjoying some beers, but my other brother and friend were sticking to water. All of a sudden, we heard what sounded like some 12-year-old boys giggling and goofing around from the back property line.
Whoa.
Like a half a football field length from where we were sitting. Ew. But then we heard one of them scream, "Ow, my eye! My eye!" And then we heard someone, maybe also a tween, respond, "Shut the fuck up, bitch." And then we heard gunshots right in a row. And then complete silence. What the fuck? What is happening? Okay, we all looked at each other and bolted inside. I woke my mom up and demanded she call the police because I'm a millennial and prefer to text.
Honestly, gotta say, we have to get over that. And 2, you should be able to text 911.
I think you can now, right?
I know that like there are people like for like hearing accessibility issues that you can text, but like we should all be able to text 911
because it's safer than.
Sometimes, if you were like,
sometimes it's safer than being loud, like being like, "Hey, 911."
And imagine if you could send your actual location too, like
yes.
if they
yes.
like it doesn't, So, but also, guys, you know, call 911 if you think you hear
it. Yeah, we could call it. In a typical mom move, she waited until the non-drinking friend and brother confirmed they heard it all too
LOL.
Before she would call.
That's fair.
We went back out and tried to see what was going on, but it was like nothing had happened. The police officer showed up, we explained what happened, and he took a flashlight to investigate, but couldn't find anything. He checked in with the neighbors behind my parents, and they hadn't heard anything. One neighbor was working on his car and suggested maybe we heard it backfire. But honestly, what car backfires 4 times in a row? And more honestly, what gunshot sounds like a car backfiring? I've lived in Virginia my whole life. I know what a gunshot sounds like.
This could be an age thing, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a millennial, but I graduated 10 years before this person. And I remember old cars that actually did sound like like if you're talking like an old truck that is like they can the bad muffler. I do think could possibly
could be.
But the whole conversation,
Conversation of like shut the fuck up is so wild. Okay. In the morning, we all looked again, but there really was nothing to suggest anything had happened. I guess it was most likely some dumb kids goofing around, but none of the neighbors had kids in the age range we were guessing, and they wouldn't have been outside playing with guns that time of night. We just don't have an explanation, and it's incredibly frustrating and still spooks me out. The neighborhood was originally an old farm. The remnants of the original orchard makes up a part of my parents' yard. Maybe it was some kind of time or dimensional slip.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it's an old-timey Civil War era ghost given the language, but I don't know. Maybe it was a ghost with a potty mouth? Any thoughts? Thank you. If you do happen to read this, please don't read my name out loud. You all are the best, but the world is a weird place.
Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Do it anyway.
It's 2024. We don't give a shit. Wow. What the fuck? That is so strange.
I do like the theory that it could be a slip of some sort.
It could be.
Because while like I said, an old ass car can make that loud. Now I think they wouldn't pass a smog inspection to be road safe, but
I feel like that neighbor though should have been more of like it backfired a couple of times.
I was working on the car at that time, but also what a weird time to be working on a car.
A weird time. Yeah. Especially a car that could, because they probably know it could backfire.
Right.
Where it's you don't want to do that in the middle of, or at nighttime.
Yeah. Yeah, it does, and the conversation, like we said, I don't think it was a Civil War ghost.
Right.
Because they'd be like, "Dear Prudence, shut the fuck up."
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Yeah, nobody was calling somebody a bitch in the Civil War.
Yeah, era. I wonder when bitch became popularized.
Yeah, me too.
No way to know. Can't look it up.
Never ever. Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Wouldn't be prudence.
Wouldn't be prudence.
Wait, is that the best joke we've ever made?
It's
that many steps.
Good.
I think there's some layers there that work really well.
We're smart, dude. We're smart.
Republican presidents, wars.
There we go.
Wouldn't be prudence.
Wouldn't be prudence.
God.
Weird.
I think it was an overlappy, slippy kind of thing.
Yeah. I wonder if there was I feel I would have looked up to see had a murder happened or something in this area years ago or whenever something to be what's going on?
Fair. Absolutely.
Or was it just a couple little 12-year-olds just goofing around?
Calling each other bitch and using
just
poppers.
Being let's go to the woods and swear at each other.
Honestly.
This will be awesome.
Very fun. Just very fun to go to the woods.
Really fun. I remember being so stoked I feel when I was 11 or 12 just being I'm going to say fuck.
Look.
With friends just being let's say holy fuck.
Everyone chill out. I'm about to say something.
Everybody listen. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Whoa! Okay.
Betsy, that's we're crowning you. You're the ruler.
My nieces I was hanging out with them over Christmas, and it was a lot of that was a naughty word. It's yeah, I know. And we'd be playing Switch, and I'd just be oh, shit. And they're oh, Betsy said a naughty word. I was I know, man, I know. Don't say it.
Please, don't get me in trouble.
Don't bust me. Come on, don't bust me.
Don't bust me. All right.
My sister will be so mad.
I'll get in trouble. I'll get a noogie.
Yeah, Kenny will give me a noogie.
All right, I'm playing another one.
Yes.
Hi, Betsy and Marcy. It's Winnona. I wanted to share another spooky story that I have, and this one actually happened just last week, so it's very fresh, and it's pretty quick too. So last Thursday, I work at a local college. They were having their big kind of walkathon event where they have everyone all across the college, like whether you're a student or an employee, come out to do this 1 mile path around the campus. And, it's supposed to just be like a fun team building event. So a bunch of my coworkers and we were going to go. And, obviously it's the middle of summer, so we were expecting hot weather and a lot of sunshine. So as I was getting ready, I made it a point to grab my hat with the college logo on it and everything. And I'm a little superstitious, if you guys couldn't tell that. And I don't know where I heard this from, but I heard it once when I was a kid, and it has stuck with me since, that it is bad luck to put a hat on a bed. So I go into the closet, I get out my baseball hat, and I'm trying to think of where do I put this where I'll still be able to see it so I won't forget it, but I'm not putting it on the bed, the big obvious place in the middle of the room. And I just absentmindedly just tossed my hat, and it landed on the bed, and I was like, I just told myself, don't do that. It's bad luck. So I remember making such a fuss at myself over really, you were just saying, don't put it on the bed, bad luck, and you throw it on the bed. Are you serious? And so I took my hat off the bed, and I put it on the nightstand, next to the bed, and figured okay, hopefully it's still in view enough where when I'm finished getting ready, I'll see it and I'll remember to grab it and take it with me to the event. So I go back into the bathroom, and I'm in there for maybe 5-10 minutes, just finishing up getting ready. And then when I come out of the bathroom, I was going to go check my phone to see if I had any messages from my coworkers, and I see that my hat is back on the bed. And not only is it back on the bed, it's not where it even landed the first time when I just threw it on there. It's on the pillows. And when I threw it, it was it landed on the bottom corner of the bed. So it's not even in the same place. And I just stood there for a minute or two I know I moved you. I know that I didn't leave this on the bed. How the fuck did you get back here? And I picked it up again and was no, I'm leaving it here, and put it back on the nightstand. So that was spooky. It weirded me out a little bit, but I had to get going, so I didn't think too much of it until the end of the day. When I was coming home, I was on the phone with my husband, and I told him, something really weird happened today. I know I moved my hat. I know I took it off the bed, but it ended up back over there, and I don't know how that happened. I was the only one in the house, and my cats, they're clever, but they're not that fucking clever. And we actually have some security cameras in our apartment. We have one in our bedroom. And so my husband, he was like, I'm just curious. Let me check the camera. You said this happened around 10 o'clock. Let me go back and check. And so we're still on the phone, and he's just shut the fuck up. No way. Apparently, if you go back to the security camera footage, back to 10 a.m. when I told him I was getting ready, I took my hat out around that time, threw it on the bed, made the whole fuss of, don't leave it on the bed, moved it, and then went back into the bathroom. That specific chunk of time or chunk of footage is missing from our security camera stream. I don't know how that happened. Because these cameras, they're not that advanced. They really just save, maybe 48 hours of footage, and then it just automatically, just replaces everything. It films over itself, basically. And I don't know how to go back and, edit anything on there. I don't know how to, pause the feed. It just jumps from, 10 a.m. to 10:15. And that whole 15-minute period is gone. And it just cuts from me going into the closet or walking by the closet to then I'm packing up and I'm getting ready to leave the apartment. So I don't know how that happened. It freaked us out. yeah, there you go. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for everything. We love the podcast. Bye.
What the fuck,
That is
man?
very cool. I mean,
What
it is
the
very,
fuck?
very weird. Oh man, I love that.
What the fuck?
I like truly got fully freaked out when the husband was like, "It's not there."
Dude. What the fuck, man?
Dude, what a fuck.
What a fun, man.
Hey, what the fuck?
That blew my mind. I thought it was like maybe a cat moved it or something, like something like that. Oh my god, that's spooky. I wonder if other stuff has happened in that house.
I mean, this Winnona has sent us a lot of
Right.
stories, so we would just have to go back and geo tag all the locations. But it seems like that's on. I think, knowing this too, that Winnona is a frequent emailer, that there's a possibility that her fixation on the idea that it's bad luck actually did something.
Is like making it happen.
Yeah.
Oh my
or like kind of just
God.
like drawing things in, or, something, right?
Yes.
Now-
I've never heard of hat on a bed being bad luck,
I have not heard that either. Did you look it up?
but it is. I was looking at it. I was looking at it, and then all of it was a little like, just tell me why people think that. But a lot of it was like long, boring stuff. But here's one. Here's what. At best, putting a hat on a bed is said to invite mischievous, bad luck, or foretell an argument. At worst, it's a premonition of injury or death.
Oh.
That's according to AmericanCowboy.com.
American Cowboy.
American Cowboy.
.com.
But then it's also like another reason a hat on a bed became known as bad luck is because of lice.
Lice. Yeah. But honestly, though, if you're gonna lay in that bed, it's too late. It's too late. Oh my god! I just got a very visual of lice. Ah!
That is so gross.
God bless
I-
all
it
the
does
little
feel
children who have them.
old-timey.
yeah, absolutely.
Like that's a very old timey thing. Of like you'll get lice.
I mean,
Like,
I guess that's like kind of like the deal with superstitions. It's like it has some root in like old timey stuff, like spilling salt. It was because salt was so expensive that like it was bad luck to spill salt.
Oh, and probably like walking under a ladder was like you got bonked by a tool or something.
Yeah, those ladders are not safe.
Right, or the ladder itself broke and hit you.
Yeah, that like it would split in half, and a cartoon animal would come falling down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that is wild.
Wild,
Winnona.
wild.
Spooky. Too spooky.
Too spooky. All right, I'm going to read one. And this one, the subject is I moved into a Satanist house.
Wow. Ooh, ah.
Ooh,
Here we go.
Okay, and thank you because they wrote trigger warning for described / mentioned animal cruelty and child endangerment. So
Oh my God. Okay.
not looking forward to that part.
No.
But okay, this is a recounting of my childhood home that I grew up in from ages 5 to 18 with my mom, dad, and baby sister. Details include what I myself had encountered and what my parents told me happened that I was unaware of at the time. Please keep in mind that what I saw and understood was the mind of a young, very sheltered girl.
Oh.
Our house was in the center of a sunny suburban sprawl, 2-story, red brick, and boasted having the tallest tree in the neighborhood.
Cute. This is very already like Poltergeist or like a movie setup, you know?
I was going to say very well written.
Yes, and very well.
Very well written, too. We moved into the house in the 90s. What I learned from my parents was that the house, for all its charm, had been on the market for a while, and it was pretty cheap compared to other homes. Here's the thing, Betsy, side note. Capitalism is forcing ghosts, I think. Capitalism
Yes.
is forcing the hand of big ghosts. And
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember doing a walkthrough of the house, meeting the previous owners, There was a really nice woman and a man who offered me candy in a dish that my parents wouldn't let me accept.
Funny.
And what I thought was strange was that they had candles burning on every surface and their fireplace was lit, even though it was the middle of summer. They had a large black tapestry hanging from the second story. It had what I thought was a bird symbol on it. A bird with its beak down, its wings widespread, and its tail feathers up in the sky. I thought it was pretty. I remember we ended our tour in the backyard where we got to examine the expansive yard and the large 10-foot deep pool. The man walked me over to the side of the pool, and it was dark green and filled with hundreds of orange fish. Ew.
What?
Despite the candles, the fish pond, and the other strange things my parents surely saw, they bought the house and we moved in during the heat of the summer. After the previous owners packed up their belongings and fish, we came in with the moving truck. My dad lifted the garage door, and there in the middle of the floor, they left one single candle in the center of a pentagram. And that was the beginning of our time in the house.
Oh my God.
Very, very, very
This
weird.
is so weird. Yeah, this is a movie where it's just like, no, you gotta get out of there.
Also, very funny thing to do when you're moving out.
Very, very funny.
Enjoy.
Have fun.
Now, here I am, 5 years old, sheltered, never seen a scary movie before, and in this big, big house. Within a week of living there, I'd been told I started having nightmares about witches, cauldrons, monsters, things burning in fires, things I had never been exposed to. I understand that all kids have bedtime fears, and if I had a nightmare, I would wake up and cry and cry and cry for my parents whose room was down the hall. However, I was terrified of my room while I was awake and hated going to bed.
Oh.
I would cry and beg for them in fear, and in an effort to help curb my fear, they would come in to my room less and less till they didn't come in at all, and I would just cry and scream in bed till I exhausted myself.
Oh my goodness.
I never left my room to run to theirs, and here are the reasons why.
Oh no.
This I remember distinctly. All the bedrooms were upstairs along a single hall. I am fully awake, sitting up in bed. My bed faced the door. I heard footsteps walking down the corridor, and my bedroom door opened on its own. There was no one there. This happened more than once. Another was my closet.
Oh.
It had accordion doors, and I would watch them slowly open on their own. Oh,
Ew.
Betsy,
That is
Betsy.
so fucked up.
My Betsy, that was rough. That was a rough one. That was rough.
Oh no, man.
Sometimes I would close my eyes, and when I opened them, the closet would be open a crack, like something was watching me from within. I would see shadow figures in my room, along the walls, and at the foot of my bed. And worst of all, what plagued me for 6 years was the devil hand that would come into my room every night and curl around my bed.
A devil hand curling around the bed. Oh my God.
My room was the largest and had 2 floor-to-ceiling windows that looked out onto the street. Okay, let me tell you, your parents knew exactly what the fuck was in this room, and they did this on purpose.
Yeah, they walked in there like,
Nope.
we don't need this. We don't need this.
Give her the primary. Give them the primary.
yeah.
Okay. My room was the largest and had 2 floor-to-ceiling windows that looked out into the street. One opposite of my bedroom door by the closet, the other one opposite of my bed. My mom had made handmade curtains that were tied back with pretty bows and for aesthetics could not be closed. I'm including a drawing for you. Oh, I gotta send you a drawing.
Send me that drawing.
Here's the thing. I gotta send you this drawing.
You gotta send me this drawing.
And we're all hearing me do it in real time.
You also sent me that bunny, a cute bunny with the hearts.
That someone had made that. Yes, that was a signature.
That's good.
Oh, yes, I'm seeing this. Okay, I see the 2. Honestly, this room is great. It's a great layout so far.
Oh my God. This is a nice drawing too.
Yeah, very good.
Whoa, this is a nice room.
Honestly, would take the devil hand. Okay. Okay. The tall old oak tree was in front of the window by the closet. Now, what would happen is every night the light from the street lamp would come through the oak tree. A long, clawed, skeletal hand would slowly creep in through the window, cross my ceiling, and then curl downwards towards my bed, which was on the far wall. I cannot fully express the terror I felt every night watching that hand crawl across the ceiling toward me. That window was a portal from hell. And the hand would come out and cage me in. Oh my God. There was a darkness in the room that made the illuminated skeleton hand seem brilliantly bright. Oh my God. Now that I'm seeing the skeleton hand, I hate it. I hate it.
God, I hate it so much.
I cried and complained about it so much that my parents started putting a blanket up over the curtain rod to cover the window. However,
dude.
they sometimes forgot to do it at night, or even worse, sometimes the blanket would fall down and that hand would find its way across the ceiling for me. I wish I could convey how ominous this demonic hand was. I feel like all things I experienced in that house were born from the presence of this hand, and that there were manifestations of whatever that hand dropped into my room. Oh my God.
Dear Lord.
I hate this.
Oh my God.
Then some years after we moved in, my mom came into the possession of a dusty rose pink velvet rocking chair. The chair was incredibly heavy, solid, and difficult to rock in. Perfect chair.
Perfect chair. Perfect chair.
Also, Mom, great job on the windows. Beautiful,
Yes.
Very beautiful, non-functional. Literally, guys, absolutely should be closing your curtains at night.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Okay. It took a lot of force to get the rocking going. And what really creeped me out about it was there were cigarette holes in the seat and the headrest. My mom put this chair in my room right next to the portal to hell window and the monster closet. Mom's a menace.
Here, take this cigarette burned haunted chair.
Ooh, this chair stinks. Put it in our kids' room.
Put it in our kids' room. They got the biggest room, so
Yeah, the portal to hell will help air it out. Sorry. Okay. I would be sitting up in bed looking across the room, and that rocking chair would rock on its own. Not small rocks either, but powerful full motion rocking.
Oh God.
Even though the feet of the rocking chair would go thump, thump, thump against my enough that the feet of the rocking chair would go thump, thump, thump across my carpeted floor. I would watch it for hours, and things in my room would watch back. Oh, and the hand would confine it all like a bird cage. Jeez Louise.
Oh my
Again,
God.
great writing.
No. Jeez. Oh fuck.
I did finally get some relief when I was 11. That year, there was a terrible thunderstorm, and the tall oak tree, the tallest in the neighborhood, got struck by lightning.
Good.
The tree buckled and crashed into our roof above the garage and landed sadly on our car.
Dang, dude.
I remember waking up to that loud crack and bang and not understanding what happened until the morning when we went out and saw the damage. When I saw that it was the tree that fell, I felt such relief that I would never see the demon hand again. I truly believe this to be the work of God, and he finally listened and banished the demonic presence in my room. Even my parents were excited for me because they knew how much this meant to me. I wish I could say that all the strangeness ended there, but it didn't. The hand was removed, my door still open, the chair still rocked, and the shadows remained. By the time I got into my teens, I'd had years of perfecting being an insomniac and functioning on very little sleep.
Oh, man.
We started getting computers into bedrooms and out of the computer room, so I was able to focus on that instead of the rocking chair behind me. I would sometimes sleepwalk when I did get sleep. Oh, boy. And I once woke up on the porch swing in the backyard.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, God, no.
I didn't have sleepovers at my house because I didn't know what my friends would see, and I much preferred going to their houses. After all that, I managed to get out of the house at 17 and leave for college. So we're only halfway through. I'm just really practicing my reading skills today.
Nice. Nice.
After I moved out of the house, I asked my parents about what I experienced and if they had experienced anything too. And this is what they told me. The nice man and woman who lived in the house previously were Satanists. That pretty tapestry hanging on the banister was the Satanist flag. And the reason they got the house for so cheap was because no one wanted to move there. When we did the walk through the house, they saw that there was a noose hanging from the tree where we eventually hung our porch swing. And the pool full of fish I was admiring was actually some sort of sacrificial pool, and that they would drown animals in there. At one point, before the move, my dad went to check on the house and saw the woman living there dancing naked in the back garden.
What? Wait, what?
And when we were fully moved in, he got to landscaping the backyard. In one corner, he found 18 gallons of gasoline buried under the ground.
What?
Just to have an explosion. When he started digging into another space to make room for my sister and I, my sister and I a playscape, he found the bones of tons of animals, dogs, cats, fish, rodents, you name it. He found a femur so long that he thought it was a human's and took it to a forensic specialist who said it was the leg of a Great Dane. My mom admitted that they were terrified and knew something was wrong with the house and just told me to ignore it because they were trying to. And the worst part was that they knew something was wrong with me because sometime soon after we moved into the house, here is a 5-year-old me and a newborn baby sister in the middle of the night, and I apparently picked her up out of the crib, walked her down to the pool, and was going to drown her. My mom says...
Oh my God!
My mom says that she woke up out of a dead sleep and ran down the stairs to find me with my arms out above, about to drop my baby sister into the pool. She says I was possessed and that I wasn't even aware of what was happening, that I didn't sound like myself, and that I was, and that I wasn't that I didn't sound like myself, and that it was like I was sleepwalking. The next day, she called for a priest to come and do a blessing cleansing exorcism on the house. It all makes sense now after my mom told me that my room was the seance room.
Oh my God.
The reason everything seemed to happen in my room was because it was a door, a portal. Who knows? But that makes sense the way why things continued to happen. Even after the hand was destroyed, it was just one of the many things that got in. To this day, all the doors and closets need to be fully shut in my bedroom at night. I sleep the furthest away from the monster doors. And if I were to have kids and they came crying to me that there is something in their room, I'm going to believe them. Oh my
Marcy, I gotta say that was beautifully read.
Beautifully written.
That
when something
beautifully read.
When things are well written, they are easier to read.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're like, I know exactly how it was perfect. Holy shit, dude.
I cannot. Also, what kind of like old school imaginings of Satanists too? Like kind of like dancing naked under the tree.
Like truly like classic Satan.
Some of your classic
18 gallons of gasoline.
Wild.
Buried.
Keep it. That stuff is expensive these days.
Yeah. This is 5-year-old taking baby sister to throw in pool. This is wild.
Your parents letting you have the seance room after you tried to sacrifice I guess they were like, look, a 5-year-old, if anyone in the family is going to be possessed, it is safer to have it be a 5-year-old because we can tackle them
than anybody else. Yeah.
Like you don't want mom and dad having the strength of a demon inside of them, right?
No, not one bit.
No.
And you don't want baby to.
No, that's too creepy.
That's too much. Give it to the 5-year-old to then deal with.
My God, that is so spookity ookity and scary hairy.
Truly, truly nuts. Oh my God.
Also, so much. It seemed like they actually were friendly, fun Satanist people.
That is so funny. Like the nice couple who
They left a present. Like, what was their deal? What were they doing?
Where are they now? Where are they now?
Where did they move? Did they downsize? Did they get a better job? Did the Satanism work? And they came into a lot of money?
Yeah. Did they sell their souls to the devil and now they're rock stars or something?
Because I guess there's confusing. It is confusing because there's the Church of Satan, which doesn't necessarily denote that people. Maybe the Church of Satan would call themselves Satanists, but I do think there are also people who are into satanic rituals who would not be a part of the Church of Satan, right?
Right. Totally.
It's like how there's different religions that are like Church of God and like Jesus of Latter-day Saints, like that kind of stuff. You're just like, doesn't necessarily denote that that's what all Christianity is like.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Wow. If I had a wig on, it would be blown off.
It would be truly seared into the wall behind you.
Yeah, it would have blasted a hole through the wall.
Absolutely. Wow, these are fantastic emails today, guys. Stellar
what a good way to start 2024, man.
Yeah, remembering demons of yesteryear.
Oh, wow. Holy shit. That was really nuts.
That was not so but so, guys. Thank you so much for sending these in.
Yeah, thank you so much. Keep them coming. We love them. I mean, this is the best.
Yes, and happy, healthy, wonderful, calm 2024.
Here's hoping.
Fingies crossed.
Fingies crossed.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy. And don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.